Hello, my name is Richard Yates again. I want to say that I fully support President Trump. I voted for President Trump in 2016, and I'm going to vote for President Trump again this year in 2020. And, you know, the Democrats have made a lot of false accusations, a lot of false stuff against President Trump. For instance, the election of 2016, the Democrats have said that Trump was with Russia, and Russia helped President Trump steal the election. That's not true, because there's no evidence that says that President Trump even talked to Russia during the election, and that President Trump did not let Russia interfere with the election. That's number one that the Democrats has tried to throw at President Trump, these ridiculous accusations against him. And number two, they were saying that he talked to the Ukrainian president. All said to him, but the Democrats say that he was investigating Joe Biden. But and they say that he said that President Trump pressured Russia to investigate Joe Biden, but he didn't. All President Trump did was he congratulated the election of the Ukraine president. These are just ridiculous accusations against our president. Do you realize that President Trump actually got the economy going again better than ever in history in the United States of America? That he got it going really well. In fact, just before the virus kicked in, we're doing very well in the economy. The economy was doing very well. A lot more jobs. People had more jobs. A lot more. What's happening. But then the virus kicked in. President Trump is trying to do everything he can to stop this virus from spreading. He's doing everything he can. And these Democrats come up with these ridiculous accusations against President Trump. And his fake media is terrible against him. This fake media says so much false information against our president. Because they have no respect for him at all. No respect at all for President Trump. And it's ridiculous. All these false news and false accusations. It's terrible. And I found out, and guess what? I found out, according to a source, I saw it on Facebook last night, that these riots, I found out today, it was today, I found out today, that President Trump is against the riots, the people who tore down buildings, who burned down buildings and broke windows. He's against that. But I found out that President Trump is for peaceful protests. Not violence, but peaceful. So, that proves he wants change in America. He wants to make America great again. But these Democrats, on the other hand, say that President Trump is the cause for all these problems going on. Not true. The virus is not his fault. The police brutality is not his fault. It's not his fault at all. He has nothing to do with it at all. Nothing. And the Democrats want to defund the police. How ridiculous is that? The Democrats want to abolish the police department altogether. No. We need law enforcement to protect Americans, to protect us all. because that is their duty to protect us. But these Democrats want to defund the police. Joe Biden, yeah, Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, he wants to defund the police department. He wants to abolish them altogether. Sleepy Joe, in the basement. We can't have that. We can't have him as president. We cannot have him as president at all. This country will go to hell in a handbasket. If he's like the president, if he is, this country will go to hell in a handbasket. I'm telling you. So, anyways, I'm thinking that President Trump's going to win this election. I think he is. He's got a good chance to win this election. I'm going to vote for him. I know that. I found out something else interesting about this now. And hear this very well, everybody. To those who are Democrats. Wake up. And I tell you why. It's because I found out. Oh yes, I found out. That the rioters not only try to tear down Andrew Jackson and all of them and stuff like that, but they also tore down other statues as well. All the civil rights, stuff like that as well. They desecrated other statues. Oh yes. I found out about that. Now what do you think about that? But the media don't want you to hear that. The media doesn't want you to hear that rioters actually desecrated civil rights statues as well. They don't want you to see that. They don't want you to hear that either. All they want you to hear, all they want is to bring down our president. All they want you to see is rioters tearing down Confederate soldiers and stuff like that, statues. That's it. You see, I'm not a racist myself at all. I'm not a racist at all. I love everybody. I accept anybody. And so is President Trump. President Trump is not a racist at all. And shame on you people out there who thinks he is, because he's not. I know he's not. There's no way in hell President Trump is a racist. He is not a racist at all. All he wants to do is to build a wall, because we don't want another 9/11 to happen. Remember 9/11, when the World Trade Centers were bombed, where airplanes went into them and destroyed them, killed thousands of people, thousands. Think about the Pentagon. Think about that, for God's sakes. We don't want another 9/11 to happen. Or no, it's even worse. Even worse could happen. That's why President Trump wants people to come in the right way. To come in the legal and right way. He wants the law-abiding citizens of other countries, to come in the legal and right way. Another thing you should do is this. It's only advice from me. And I'm sure a lot of people think about this as well. Yes, they should track down illegal immigrants. Yes. And yes, the ICE should go to the house. Yes. But, I'm telling you another thing. For those who has not violated any laws in their country or in this country either, ICE should give them an application to fill out the application to become a citizen of the United States. They should give that to ICE people, the authorities, that bring it to the embassy, U.S. Embassy, or immigration, wherever it is, and bring that to them, let them look it over, and then they come in, like maybe a month later, to start the process of becoming citizens. That's what should happen. And that will be a prevention from families being separated. But I want to say this. The people who come into this country illegally, but has a warrant or arrest warrant or has something bad they done in the country, and doing bad in this country, yes, they should be deported immediately. Yes. But only if they've done something wrong. But if they come in the right way, who wants to become a better life for their lives and their children, then they should be allowed to stay, but on the condition that they file an application and to become U.S. citizens right there on the spot. If they come in illegally, they should be fined for coming illegally, but they should not be deported if they've not done any kind of criminal activity. That's what that is. I think that should be like that. They should give them a second chance to become U.S. citizens, but they should not be deported. But they should be given an application. Then ICE will bring that application to immigration. They'll look it over, and they will become U.S. citizens when they go to immigration. They'll start the process of becoming U.S. citizens. That's the right way as well. Yes, they come illegally, but yes, they'll become U.S. citizens and give them a second chance, but to come in the right way. That's what should happen. That's what it should be. That's what should happen right like that. And I want to say that President Trump's done a terrific job at taking care of our veterans. He has shrunk the medication bills, the drug bills. He has shrunk the insurance bills. He's done a phenomenal job at that. He is honoring our veterans like no other president ever has before. Honestly. He's helping our veterans in a great deal. He has cleaned house and veterans hospitals at the VA to get rid of the corrupt doctors and nurses, to put in skilled, trained doctors and nurses to care for our veterans, to better care of them, and to know what to do for them and to deal with them. If they're in a crisis, there's about counselors there as well at the VA hospital. So Trump has cleaned house, has gotten rid of the corrupt doctors and nurses, but has put in a new administration to take better care of our veterans as well. And he's really done a terrific job at infrastructure as well. Infrastructure. I've seen more workers fixing roads now, even in the state of Georgia. Fixing roads more now than they ever had before. So he's doing something about that as well. I voted for President Trump in 2016. I'm going to vote for him again in 2020. And he is doing everything he can to make this virus go away. He really is. Honestly and truthfully, he's the best president we've had in a while. So anyways, I pray for his family. I pray for his friends. I pray for the president and for his vice president. I pray for the administration. I pray for the leaders of this United States of America. I pray for all the governors, all the leaders. I pray that they're okay. They're always protected by God. Protected. And I run this whole world is always protected by God and loved by God. And we all need to help each other. We need to wear a mask each day. When you go out in public as well, wear a mask. Not only for yourselves, but for others as well. God bless everyone out there. And good night.